lot of girls aren't able to control it, and the reason why is because we don't punish women for not controlling their emotions. Like, we have it where, and they've done experiments with this on YouTube.
Yeah, they have.
Like, they'll have a woman berating a man, yelling at him, even hitting him. No one says shit. Everyone just keeps about their day, whatever, because they assume, oh, the guy deserved it.
Yeah.
But as soon as a guy raises his voice in public at a woman, people are breaking it up.
Call
They're
the
stopping
police,
it,
that's
etc.
right.
Everything.
So there's checks and balances on male aggression, but there isn't checks and balances on female aggression, is my point. And I'll be honest, like, women are more violent than people want to admit. The highest cases of domestic violence actually come out of lesbian couples.
That's true.
No one talks about that, though, or covers it. So I would argue that women tend to exercise violence more than men sometimes, because women don't have an appropriate concept of violence in their mind.
Warriors do not lower themselves to the standards of other people. They live independently, according to their own standards and code of conduct. Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the Black University. I'm your host, Chris. And today, fellas, do not accept abuse of any sort. Don't accept any disrespect of any sort. Don't accept it. See, we live in a world where people can just say, do, and act any way that they feel till you start to feel and act and do whatever you feel. Don't allow somebody to pull you back and say, you know what? I don't like your attitude. You need to change the way you think, because the way I feel from your thoughts is making me feel bad. But not listening to what you said to them that made you react the way you reacted. They don't like that. They don't like you having standards and self-worth. So they'll try to find ways to do things to make you feel the way they feel at that current time, in that current moment. Now, don't ever settle for someone who is abusive. And what I mean by abuse is this, is verbal abuse, physical abuse, and financial abuse. And everybody keep on looking like, what? A man being verbally abused, financially abused, emotionally abused, even physically abused. As a matter of fact, let's throw that in there too. Physical abuse. Yes, we're seeing that in high numbers as well. The average man is seeing that physical violence that everybody keeps saying that we are projecting. We're not. We're just responding to an action that is happening to us. So we're not allowed to respond in a way that was given to us. We must docile down for the weaker substance to come in and act as if they're the strongest substance. Don't ever accept physical abuse, fellas. I don't care what anybody say. You a punk for, backhanding a weaker person than you. You're a punk because you know that you're stronger than that person. That person knew that I was stronger than them. So what's the problem? If you know that there is a lion across the fence and you know what can happen to you if you cross that fence, then why did you cross the fence? Riddle that question. Riddle me that. Why is it okay for you to put your hands on us and not expect us to defend ourselves? Now, I'm not telling you fellas to go out there and right, left, uppercut, some kind of cheat code, what I'm saying, like with the fisticuffs. No, you ain't got to do all of that. What I am saying is don't tolerate it. If you start seeing the signs that this person may be toxic in the way of physicality, then what you need to do is you need to kindly remove yourself from the situation and don't ever let it get to that point. Leave. I mean, completely. Already don't live with that person. Have your own space. Make sure that that person don't have a key to your house as well. Make sure that person don't have cards that you have given for financial stability for them. No, don't give them those things. They are not married to you. Okay? So don't give resources and don't give housing. Don't give rides, nothing. That person is not married to you, so they do not get those benefits. Stop trying to seem like you're something that you're not. You know that you don't want to do it, so don't do it. Stop acting like, oh, I'm going to be a real man when I'm able to give this person whatever they deem is fit for them. Whatever I got, I don't have really. But I'm going to fake it and give it to this person. And now the relationship is fizzled and there's problems because this person had an expectation that you tried to fulfill, and you should be only fulfilling what you want to fulfill. It's not the other way around. That person is just a ride along. Do you understand? You are the driver of the ship. So whatever that person comes into is whatever they get. And if they don't like it, they can kindly leave. That's what I mean.
I don't cook, I don't clean, but let me tell you how I got this ring.
You were nice until he married you, and then you showed your true color.
In a healthy relationship, both people deserve respect and dignity. And when you're not getting your respect and you're not getting dignity within inside of your relationship, then that's what I mean by that. You need to go ahead and kindly remove yourself. We're not going to go too deep on all these things. These are just surface level things that you need to understand. Have some self-respect and have some dignity. And if that person is not giving you those, just go ahead and leave. Like I said, if it gets physical, it should never get to that point, because you should be watching like, oh no, this person got a wild mouth, I'm out. Oh, you can't handle me. That's another thing, verbal abuse. You can't handle me because you got little dick energy, or that you're weak, or that you don't know how to handle a strong person. No, listen, I shouldn't have to handle you like a zoo animal, okay? I should not have to handle you like a zoo animal. You should handle yourself, which means that that person is unhinged. That person does not have your personal well-being in mind. They are physically and verbally abusive. They also can use emotion like, oh, well, you know what? Listen, I slept with your homeboy. That's to try to get you to react so they can become the victim. Stop with that, okay? Stop. If they say they slept with your homeboy, go ahead and say, well, I hope you had fun. Just pack up and go. There is way more of them than there are of us, trust me. Pack up and leave. You understand? Protect your mind. Protect your emotions at all times, fellas. These people will come into your life to kind of wreck it. Haven't you heard Miley Cyrus' song, Wrecking Ball? These are these people's mentality right now. Everything is about self. They are selfish. And you need to start being selfish in order to be selfless. What do I mean by that? Well, you got to start taking care of this person before you can start taking care of another person. And I'm not talking about financials, which that's what we're going to get into next. But what we're talking about right now is that if you handle yourself emotionally, your dignity and your integrity and your self-respect, if your standards are low and if your dignity is low, then you're going to do anything that's low. So we're going to strengthen the mind. We're not going to let other people gaslight you into certain behaviors, manipulate you into certain behaviors. You understand? We're not going to deal with any more verbal abuse. You got little D energy type shit. You're a bitch type shit, right? You're a punk. You a broke ass dude. Stop letting them call you the N-word too. Stop letting them call you a nigga. You understand? Stop. It's all disrespect. Or don't ever let somebody cross you as a man. Feel me? You must take care of self. You. Because when you take care of yourself, you can take care of others, like I said before. When they think of self, it is only self. They can take care of no one else but self. Stop faking the funk. If you ain't got it, you ain't got it. Oh well. And if a person say that you broke, so be it. You know what? That's cool. My pocket lint is not where you need it to be. Well, make sure that you get your pocket lint up. You understand? Having mutual respect is serious, and you need to take it serious. As someone mutually respecting you, you can mutually respect them. That is a foundation of a healthy relationship, a healthy marriage. Okay? Both people need to contribute to financials in the house. I told you I was going to talk about this, but that's the facts. Both y'all need to contribute to financials in the house, not to you. This my money thing is not good enough. My money is my money. Your money is my money. That is not cool. That is financial abuse. What you're saying is if you make $80,000 and I make $80,000, our financials are $80,000 instead of $160,000. There's a problem here. And for anybody to be like, oh, well, you know, don't ask this person to come and work 50-50, then what the hell are they working for? Well, they need to be at home for what? If they already don't know how to be what you expect them to be and they weren't raised to be what you expect them to be, then just imagine them moving into a house with you and then you finally have some kids. Your kids are going to be raised the way they were raised, not the way you want your children to be raised. You have to take control of your intellectual property, which is your children. You need to learn how to take control of your house. You need to learn how to make sure that everything that you want is being done successfully. And if the person cannot hold up their end of the bargain, then that person needs to leave before you get them pregnant. You shouldn't even be dealing with somebody outside of the realm of marriage. They're getting rewarded for bad behavior. They're getting rewarded for misconcepts of media. And you are trying to reward them because you don't want to look bad. So awarding somebody financial stability solely based off of their looks and a box that's been heavily used, as I've been saying in all of my videos, that's not something worthy of what you have to do. That's not something worthy of what you are presenting. Use box and a lot of mental hangups, lower class, lower brow vibrations. They will use their box to manipulate you into certain positions. If you don't take care of them in a certain way, they strip you from the box, right? What would you do for a Klondike bar type mentality? What would you do to get this back? And if you don't do what I want you to do, I'm gonna take it elsewhere, and that's gonna make you even more crazy, because you're gonna be now like, dang, I'm losing my box, I'm losing my person, I'm losing this, I'm losing that. It's throwing you in a scarcity mindset, which is abuse. Listen, what one won't do, another one will. Do you understand me? There's plenty of fish in the sea. There's not enough of you. Trust me. This is why when they get ran all the way through and they recycle, try to come back, the big head, guess what happens? It's supposed to be like, nah, I already got me mine. You know what I'm saying? I'm cool. I'm straight. No, thank you. They got to go back into them text messages from 4 years ago and be like, you know what? Let me see what. Oh, I don't know if he doing what. Oh, hey, big head. And that text come back like, who is this? It pisses them off because you moved on. All right. Don't accept sexual abuse, meaning someone being able to take and punish you through sex. Do you understand? Because it's okay for them to do it to us, but it's not okay for us to do it to them. And it's not okay universally. Remember that verbal abusive stuff that they like to do? I do all the hard grunt work and I put myself in a grave. And when I die, this person get to enjoy themselves. What kind of shit is that? That is crazy. There's no enjoyment whatsoever. Used box, 4 different personalities. If you can't handle what my world has, you need to go. What person comes into a kingdom and looks around the kingdom and says, well, this ain't nothing, but I'm gonna buy a house right over here and I'm gonna plant myself right here in a place that I just said ain't nothing. They're just looking for something to complain about. They just bought something just to look around and be like, see, man, I knew this place was horrible. Absolutely not. I should just leave. Let me complain to the king. Oh yeah, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. You know what I'm saying? Click the bell notification, and also give it a big thumbs up. You feel me? All right. This was a smooth day. Only one take I feel like I did. No, I did 2 takes, but it doesn't matter. I mean, the takes don't really matter, but yeah, whatever. This part was all right, guys. I'm out of here. Peace.
This was a game. 911. Officer, right there. Come on in, fellas.